Hi friends, have you ever thought what goes inside your sunscreen? I see a lot of patients picking up brands depending upon the advertisements, seeing some celebrity use them or the marketing strategies. Because of all these things and the gimmicks they use, they fall prey to all this and they choose their sunscreens based on that. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how to find out whether the sunscreen that you're using is a safe one or not. By the end of the video, I hope that you will be knowledgeable enough to read your sunscreen ingredients and find out whether that has to go back into your bag or into the trash. So the first one is an ingredient which is called octylmethoxycinnamate or Octinoxate. It's a very common ingredient. Let me tell you a few points about it, however. So this Octinoxate or octylmethoxycinnamate, FDA studies have found the blood levels almost 13 times above the cutoff for systemic absorption, and it is also present in the breast milk. It also has hormone-like activity. It can affect the reproductive system, the thyroid function as well. So think twice before choosing a sunscreen with Octinoxate, otherwise called octylmethoxycinnamate or octylhexylmethoxycinnamate. It also is very unstable under sunshine and it breaks down into toxic products. Not very safe. The next common ingredient is Oxybenzone. Oxybenzone, also similar to Octinoxate, in its endocrine disruption, it causes hormonal imbalances. It itself acts like a estrogen. It acts like it has female hormones kind of activity, and it is a weak anti-androgen. Plus, it is found almost shockingly 438 times above the cutoff for systemic exposure, and it is present in almost every American's blood, and in the breast milk as well. It is getting secreted after even a single application. Allergy rates are also high with this ingredient. So again, think twice. The next one is homosalate. So this homosalate, again, very common. You can see behind your sunscreen and read the ingredients and looking for these kind of names. So FDA has found almost 37 times above cutoff for systemic exposure, and again this is also found in the breast milk. It disrupts estrogen, androgen, and even progesterone. So when I say endocrine disruption, when I say it has hormone-like properties and it's also getting absorbed into the blood and also in the breast milk, just imagine if at all a pregnant woman who is going to use these sunscreen ingredients, definitely unforeseen harm to the baby. Yes or no? So, the most common, widely marketed sunscreens, they have all these ingredients, and I'm able to see it right in front of my screen. I've created a talk for dermatologists a few weeks back, and in that talk I had included all the commonly available brands and their ingredients which go into them, and it's really shocking to find that most of the brands, almost 99% of the brands, have very bad ingredients. The next one is octocrylene. Not very bad enough, but it does get absorbed almost 14 times more into the systemic circulation. However, it does not have any hormonal disruption activities, but relatively high levels of skin allergy. The next one, very commonly used ingredient, is Avobenzone. Avobenzone, Avobenzone. I'll write the name, the scientific name also down. Okay, it's otherwise called the BMDM. Okay, so again, regarding Avobenzone, there are good points and bad points. It's a very good UVA protector among the non-mineral sunscreens, but the FDA has found about 9 times more absorption into the system, but it does not have any hormonal disruption. That's a good point about Avobenzone. But however, whenever the person is going for a swimming, he wears a sunscreen containing Avobenzone. It breaks down with contact, after getting contact, to water, it breaks down, forming extremely toxic ingredients. Plus, if your swimming pool contains the blue color hue, which is they incorporate copper salts to form that bluish tinge, this avobenzone reacts with copper, forming extremely dangerously toxic copper molecules and degeneration products that might even damage the liver, kidney, and also the nervous system. The other problem with avobenzone is it is extremely photolabile. That is, as a sunscreen, it has to be photostable. It has to withstand the sun. But unfortunately, avobenzone is one very common ingredient that breaks down on exposure to sunshine. So in order to stabilize this avobenzone, they add other stabilizers like octocrylene. But still, avobenzone, I would not prefer if at all a person sweats a lot, because again, contact with water and generation of toxic products. And of course, we have to at any point of time wash our face after we use the sunscreen. So why do we unnecessarily come in contact with these toxic ingredients even for a minutesimal point of time while washing it off again? So next common ingredient is titanium dioxide. It's a mineral sunscreen. This is the one, and another one is zinc oxide, which is marketed as mineral based or organic, or this is called a physical sunscreen. Don't get me wrong, the word organic doesn't apply completely here, because what they market as organic sunscreens, most of them, they usually have turmeric and other ingredients which are very weak UV protectors. They don't do their job well. And in case they contain turmeric, certain very leading brands in organic market, they contain turmeric, but unfortunately guys, the tetrahydrocurcumin in the turmeric should not be used in the morning and under daylight or under sunshine, because it causes increased pigmentation. You can do your research. Yes, turmeric applied in the morning or in the afternoon under sunshine, under lights, causes increased pigmentation. So coming back to titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, which is called the mineral sunscreen or the physical sunscreen. So what about them? These sunscreens are relatively safe in their normal particulate size, right? It does not get absorbed systemically. It is not found in the breast milk or in the placenta. It does not have any endocrine disruption. It does not harm your endocrine system, your thyroid, or anything of that sort. But don't use spray or powders containing titanium or zinc oxide, because it poses inhalational hazards again. And usually the flip side of these sunscreens is that both titanium dioxide and zinc oxide, they are not very cosmetically elegant. They might provide some whitish layer, or the unpleasant white sensation after you use the sunscreen is because of these ingredients. And it has a very good protection against UVA, UVB, and even the visible light. But certain companies, because they want to add the titanium dioxide and the zinc oxide, and they want to, because of certain cosmetic concerns, they don't want this whitish sheen. They have broken down this titanium dioxide and zinc oxide into nanoparticles. Whenever these are broken down into nanoparticles, the property completely changes. It might penetrate inside your viable layers. Not only that, it might form oxygen-free radicals, otherwise called reactive oxygen species, which are the key factors for aging. So, nanoparticles of titanium and zinc oxide and other chemical sunscreens as well, which is not properly coated and which have no proper technology incorporated in them, in fact poses more harm than good. So they attract the sunlight and focus it on your skin, providing more and more aging. Okay, so I would personally avoid those brands containing uncoated and unformulated and naive forms of nano titanium and zinc oxide. Next, coming to certain ingredients which I would be mentioning as relatively safe, considered by a dermatologist society, and these products are Mexoryl XS, Mexoryl XL, Tinosorb M, Tinosorb S, Uvinol A+, right? These are all certain sunscreen ingredients which are quite safe. So, friends, do your research, look into the ingredients. I'll be mentioning a list of ingredients that are relatively safe if you find it into your sunscreen, and a list of ingredients which are harmful, as I've already mentioned it previously. So all your brands, look into them and don't trust any brand blindly. I have, after my research, found that sunscreens from the same brand, one sunscreen is very good, extremely good, but the other variant of the sunscreen of the same brand is absolutely horrible. So do not just blindly trust any brand, do your own research. Thank you so much. I hope you found this video useful. Another thing I want to add as a post note here is silicones in sunscreens has become a very big debate. Certain people say that silicones clog the pores, they make the skin thinned out, they're not very good for the skin, etc. They cause breakouts. These people, I would say, sorry, they have not done their scientific research well, and they have done just superficial studies. But silicone, on the other hand, is very safe, and it can even be used for burns patients, post wound management. Even for open scars and open wounds, we use these silicones for wound healing and tissue regeneration, because it acts as a breathable biomembrane. It acts as a breathable layer, and it helps the skin heal itself. Plus, whatever sunscreen ingredients are incorporated in the silicone gel based formulation, they do not get absorbed into your bloodstream easily. They stay on top of your skin and provide the necessary protection. So friends, hope you found it useful, and please leave in the comments below if you have any doubts regarding sunscreens or any ingredients for that matter. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off, Dr. Boobies.